Okay. All right. I don't know exactly where I was with it because the video turned off. But, let's keep going. So, again, this reminds me, like I said, in general, this is going to be part two of Psalm 83, 82 and 83. And, like I said, this reminds me of, again, all of the groups and all of the principalities and all of the rulers and governing forces finding out, targeting, and saying, hey, this is Israel, right? This nation almost is so powerful and so bright and so luminous and so wonderful that we need to take all of our resources that we have in political arena, media, social media, mass media, again, within the community, when it comes to sorcery and all of these particular things in order to bring them down. A crucifixion, hanging them out to dry or expose them, their bareness or their nakedness as well. It just has me thinking of that in general. And they don't, and I feel like it's an energy that, again, is upset about the way that it's almost like turning my father when Jesus came, or Yeshua, and turned the tables over with the people that were promoting these dealings and stuff, right? And selling, right? Because basically, let's just get to it. It was servitude or slavery in a sense, right? So yeah, and it, and then almost even like an energy of like making someone feel as if they're less than. And I can see the sense of this in this text of screaming out, crying out, saying over and over again, this is what it is. This, and nobody wants to listen, right? So again, there's a counterpart that must have been missing. Or it's just blatant disrespect. It's blatant anarchy or treason, or you see. So again, it's almost like as if they want to cut you off as Israel. And again, us realizing what we have to do to reverse that. So, yeah. Okay, so, like I said, I don't remember where I was in the last video, so I'm just going to go ahead and start somewhere. Okay. So again, it's even hiding, right? Destroying. I mean, and I feel like this started 2 years. I don't know. It started a while. I maybe only got wind of it within the past, couple of months. But I feel like whatever this is saying that this is backdated, as if this started a while back, and this has been the war, the spiritual warfare again that has been going on in the targeting, in the mind games, and all of these things here. So again, yeah. So again, it's funny how this is the energy that we have that feel like, especially, and I got my eyes on the Midwest right now. That's what is being portrayed right here. And, everybody's joining in. Everybody, and that's because it goes back to that everybody having one purse or one coin, right? Putting everything that they have into the bag so that they can overthrow me or Israel or you, if you know what I'm saying, if you're in that sense, if you've been going through this, because we're talking descendants here, which are sons of God's. So yeah, and like they were saying, they were trying to make his father's temple into basically some kind of whorehouse or some kind of give take, right? To use or misuse that temple. Okay. So now that they're saying that they're in, that's possibly what we're talking about here. And so now it's that silencing effect that we're talking about in that last video of them trying to silence the voice now so they can smother it and also lynch or hang that energy. And that is what in that individual, right? Because again, I can see, I can sense that. But also, this part right here where it says, let us cease for our own use these pastures, lands of God. So in a sense, yeah, so we're just seeing that again, somebody wants somebody to die, basically. Also, this death can be also a spiritual death or a death when it comes to some type of hierarchy or some kind of royal position, I feel, right? We're trying to draw some of our energy into some kind of field where they can discount or make you seem some kind of way, especially when it comes to those who carry gifts or those that are, again, have these gifts bestowed upon them by source or ordained by God for certain positions, right, of power. And nobody wants to see that occur or happen. So again, I feel like these are the things that again have been done. So again, I see that two ways when it says, let us cease this, right? It's saying, let us take these lands. So again, maybe this is also talking about take them before these, right? I don't know. Yeah, there's a duality complex here where I'm thinking on this. So I'm just gonna refrain from that, I think, right now, because I feel like it's like a kind of both energies, as if the rightful owners are, and then as if again those that may not be the rightful ones are, right? Or maybe even want to then take them and then remove, right, that individual by any means, is what I'm getting here. So there's a lot of, things where I feel like where it's acting, ignorant and foolish and in darkness, because again, I think some of us have been set in darkness and blindfolded to a certain extent. And again, isolated, so that again, there's no, you feel as though there's no hope. But again, I guess the word helps us see, and then also there's this energy of what, and I wouldn't say like sleeping with the enemy, but I would say, I guess, communing with the enemy. And in that sense, like even, planting a throne above the throne of God, also like being in that dimension where we're having people that are using technology in order to access your books or your records, right? Akashic, if you want to say. Again, at that point, your thoughts can't even be your thoughts. So then someone would be 2 steps ahead of you all the way, right? But I think that through speaking with some of us, it is done, right? To be able to turn back the wheels of time and turn back what has been done and undo what has been done. I feel like, or Source would not have woke me up early this morning in order for me to read this. But I'm telling you guys, lately I've just been feeling some kind of way because, like I said, it seems like everything was being done in vain, right? Or in a sense where it was actually helping. That's what I meant by helping. So it's just very tricky because I have this message, but then again, right? It's that damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't, because I already know that they're already listening, right? Even to your thought process. So it's hard to hide it, and then why not just tell it to the people so that they can interpret it as well? So it's, once you're thinking it, it's already documented and said. And so it's just very tricky. So again, oh my God, blow them away like dust, like chaff of the wind, as a forest fire that roars across a mountain. Chase them with the fiery storms, tempests, and tornadoes. So again, this is very symbolic, I think, of what's going on as well in this time right now, okay? Utterly disgrace them until they recognize your power and name, O Lord. Make them failures in everything they do, right? So I'm just wondering also, like, what are we what are we actually talking about here? Make them failures in everything they do. Like, even this is just sound like a cursed thing, right? Let them be ashamed and terrified until they learn that you alone, okay, are the God above all gods and supreme charge of all the earth, right? So again, I feel like, this is the energy that Source is telling me, just in general. I just feel like this is the energy that I've been receiving lately, right? And again, there's a realization here, a revelation, actually, we'll just say. We'll just keep it. There had been a revelation within the past couple of days. That this is either going on and being done to, or, on both sides. Okay. We go on to say, how lovely is your temple, O Lord of the armies of heaven. Okay. So yeah, we were just talking about the armies of heaven. I didn't realize we were going to see that here. And then again, like that temple, right, also represents, I feel, in a sense, the mind. So again, man will have his mind control, and Source has the same thing. That's organic, I long, yes, faint with longing to be able to enter your courtyard and come near to the loving, no, oh, sorry, to the living. I needed to really grab my glasses. God, okay? So again, this is the living God, okay? Even the sparrows and swallows are welcome to come and nest among your altars, and there have their young. O Lord of heaven's armies, my King and my God, how happy are those who can live in your temple, singing your praises. Happy are those who are strong in the Lord, who want above all else to follow your steps. When they walk through the valley of weeping, it will become a place of springs, where pools of blessing and refreshment collect after rains. They will grow constantly in strength, and each of them is invited to meet with the Lord in Zion. O Jehovah, God of the heavenly armies, hear my prayer. Listen, God of Israel. So again, I'm guessing that this is talking about Jehovah, and then also a different God, which would be the God of Israel. And then another one, O God of our defender and our shield, have mercy on the one you have anointed as your king. A single day spent in your temple is better than 1,000 anywhere else. I would rather be a doorman of your temple of my God than live in palaces of wickedness. Okay? For God of our light and our protector, he gave us grace and glory. No good thing will be withheld from those who walk along his path. O Lord, the armies of heaven, blessed are those who trust in you. Okay? So again, I feel like this is an acknowledgement against a couple of different gods or goddesses, right? That's just what I feel. Just because, again, just in general, no matter what people think, it just even thinking about that respect of other people doing their craft, right? Respecting them, whatever is personal or whatever it would be, that doesn't hold water for me. What's tangible is the information that people are, even if I don't deal with them, you see? It's about the information. When we make it about things other than that, it's division. And we can all get lost in it at one point in time. Again, nobody should have to feel some kind of way about their lane or their own craft. It's what you can do when you put them all together and eliminate the outside influence, knowing that you are chosen or gifted, regardless if you're religious or not, regardless of, you see what I'm saying? Right? We're all here now, if you're full reign or not, when it comes to that, because somewhere along the line, you're not. Somewhere along the line. So we are our ancestors' descendants or sons. So we are, people say we are our ancestors. True enough, but we are also the ones we have been waiting for, and we are, as a collective, supposed to be working on something together. But again, I feel like I said, outside influences, and again, some people have been smothered and others have been exalted, and others have worked hard on certain things. I mean, it's just a way of, it doesn't matter. Everybody is doing something. As long as you're doing something that's positive to lift up the people and not, again, stealing or, writing things in, right? That, right? because that's when I guess it just gets really ugly. Right? And so again, there's a way to do things. There's a way. And I think even with Charlotte, she was like, they talked about her, I guess, as if she had a big mouth or something, and or that she was into gossip. But she also was the one that was a little bit different from the rest of the family members, where she was more of a possibly like a peacemaker is what I'm getting. Again, we don't know if this stuff is, I'm just saying, because I mean, it's just funny because I see the energies around, right, today. So she was more like that kind of peacemaker, or not, I won't even say hippie of the family, you know, where I guess they said the rest of the family was kind of like, you know, kind of chaotic and into a lot of different things, right? Where she tried to hold some type of balance or integrity or something. Not to say that, right? They didn't. I'm just saying that this is what the stories that I looked into, or the storylines that I looked into said. And that's just off of brief, you know, tapping in. So again, you know, so it just also feels like that energy of, you know, dang, you know, like even just that baby of the spiritual realm, you know, going back to be babes, or just that energy, where it's a discounted type of energy, right? Maybe not structured the way that, again, society would say that it people are supposed to operate, in a sense. And I think a lot of it is just lack of knowledge, the unknown, just not knowing, not interpreting these texts properly, or, you know, other things, or being given perceptions of things instead of seeing it for what it is. So again, we're going to do 85, and then we'll go ahead and stop. Which says, Lord, you have poured out amazing blessings on this land. You have restored the fortunes of Israel, and forgiven the sins of your people. Yes, covered over each one, so that all your wrath, your blazing anger is now ended. Now bring us back to loving you, O Lord, so that your anger will never need rise against us again, right? So again, this is also making me think of the breath of God, or that particular anger, or, you know, getting it so that anger does not take over, right? Because could that breath be universal, right? Or will you always be angry and on distant generations? On to distant, wait. Or will you always be angry and on to distant generations? Oh, revive us. So again, I'm guessing this is, we're in the Living Bible, right? So I'm guessing this is also talking about, you know, the now, right? And moving forward, in a sense. You know, it's almost like taming also. Oh, revive us. Then your people can rejoice in you again. Pour out your love and kindness on us, Lord, and grant us your salvation. I am listening carefully to all the Lord is saying, for he speaks peace to his people, his saints, if they will only stop their sinning. Surely his salvation is near to those who reverence him. Our land will be filled with his glory. Mercy and truth have met together. Grim justice and peace have kissed. Truth rises from the earth, and righteousness smiles down from heaven. Yes, the Lord pours down his blessings on the land, and it yields its bountiful crops. Justice goes before him to make a path for his steps. Right? So I don't know. I almost even just see like I see two energies here, feminine energies, right? Oh, look at this image that we chose here. You know, you see this again, just like yesterday in that one video with the dots that was coming up the body, with the thing that looks like a serpent, the cloth that's coming around the body of the world card in tarot. And then also we have here, I know this is more of a image here, newer, but it's almost like she has this pathway up her dress all the way up. I don't know why I'm thinking into her chamber or her temple even. Okay. Yeah, the pathway. But I'm also seeing here, I mean, just by looking at this image here, I don't know, something is making me think about just like even a right hand and left hand in to a certain extent. Okay. So again, we're going to go to 86, and it says, "Bend down and hear my prayer, O Lord, and answer me, for I am deep in trouble. Protect me from death, for I try to follow all your laws." Okay? Save me, for I am serving you and trusting you. So again, there we go, even with the trust. Be merciful, O Lord, for I am looking up to you in constant hope. Give me happiness, O Lord, for I worship only you, O Lord. Now, the Lord energy here. It halts me, right? Because I feel like, in a sense, this is like, excuse me, a pressing issue. So being careful, even with looking at this text, is pressing because there's being pressure put on Israel. Again, when we're talking about that reign, right? Yeah, a certain reign or controller of the earth. But being careful because we're talking about a lordship. And for me, you know, like let's see what it says here. It's saying Lord in the King James too, where I feel like, again, that's kind of hard, right? Now this message again may be a universal message, right? And I'm just reading into it because of the energy that's surrounding it. For me, this is the energy that I feel, for me, I'll just say it and then we're going to go ahead and finish it, right? Because it's written, right? That okay, you know what? Let's look real quick. Let's just stop real quick. Woo. See, now I see kind of like why people probably just, I've been seeing that lately. Take portions of the text because when you put it all together, okay. So let's see what stands out. Okay. A condition of being worthy, glory, honor, worthy. Okay. A sense of reverence paid to a supernatural or divine being is recorded from 1300s. Did it just say universal? So again, this is almost sounding like a kind of a joining together. And so I don't, when, for me, again, this kind of speech right here is what I say to source, to the all, to the most high. So for love and unquestionably uncritical access to, okay, venerate as an idol, to idolize. So again, that is to worship and idolize a Lord. I don't know. Right? Because even Yeshua never went around and told people to worship him. Show devotion, attend a religious service. And so again, for me, right? Because I know who I am, it's always going to be source for me. Now, if this is speaking in existence to, it may speak to others. It may speak to others, but this